Hi, this is Becky with Art is an Advantage, and welcome back to another art marketing strategy video. Today, I'm just going to go slides only. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold or something this week, so it's just not very pretty. So I'm not going to put my camera on, but anyways, we're going to continue through the process of marketing your art to a niche audience. And there's a lot to cover when it comes to this topic, so we're moving through it step by step. And if you don't think of yourself as marketing to a niche, don't worry, because really what this is all about is focusing on the unique audience for your work. And so this information should still be relevant for any visual artist or creative. We're now in step 3 of the 7 steps to a niche art marketing strategy, and we're focusing on your web presence. The last time I shared a video, I talked about the importance of crafting a compelling about page. Now, today I'm moving into probably the most important aspect of your online presence, and that's going to be your gallery or portfolio, which is where your work is going to be showcased and shine. So this is going to be a space on your website where visitors can browse your art, connect with it, and hopefully make some kind of decision to purchase or inquire about a piece or your entire body of work. But here's the thing, rather than simply loading images onto your site without a strategy, I want you to think about how you're going to present this work. And the way that you choose to showcase your art matters. It really can affect how people perceive you as an artist and influence the action they take after looking at the work. So today, again, we're really diving into or starting to dive into the strategy behind presenting your artwork online. And most of the conversation is going to be around presenting it on your website. So when it comes to your website, you're going to have an area or a page or multiple pages that highlight your work. And the first thing I want you to do is make sure that you're identifying this area clearly in your navigation bar so people know where they can view your work when they land on your website. Your navigation bar, if you're not familiar with that term, that's the place on your website where you share the different links that you want to direct people to. This was a generic one that I found to pop into this video. Sometimes they're on the top of the screen, sometimes they're on the side, sometimes there's a little hamburger where you open it up and the navigation bar is offered. However you do it, make sure that people can find it. So that's the first step. Now, you might title this area portfolio or gallery. These are some common titles depending upon your goals. I'm going to use those terms the most, probably portfolio and gallery, and I'll use them interchangeably, but they're actually different. And depending on what you're trying to achieve, you're going to choose the right format, whether it's a portfolio format or a gallery format. So we're going to talk a little bit about those differences. If we're talking about a portfolio, this is really all about showing the breadth of your work in a professional context to demonstrate your skills, your techniques, your versatility. This is the format I would use if you were looking to attract commission work or gain gallery representation or apply for a residency. A portfolio format would probably be your best fit. It's less about sales and more about presenting your range and the capabilities that you have to professionals in the art world. When I refer to a gallery, I'm talking about a place on your website that's going to be designed to showcase finished pieces that are ready for viewing, sale, or exhibition. This is a good format if you're targeting collectors, buyers, or art enthusiasts who are going to be there to explore your work to potentially make a purchase. And the presentation here is more retail-like, that's the best way to describe it, with a focus on finished pieces that viewer could potentially own. Now, there are other names that you might call this area. I'm going to refer to them again as portfolio or gallery. I'm not going to say you have to go with that as the title for the page or area where you're showcasing your work. There might be some reason that you want to use a different title. For example, if you're selling maybe some type of reproduction, it might be more of a shopping environment, and you might want to use the word shop. The bottom line is, what is the purpose? What are you trying to achieve here? And then think about what name would be most appropriate. So again, always think about the purpose. What is the action that you want your visitors to take, and who is your audience? So that portfolio is going to be really more career oriented, I would say, while galleries are focused on selling that finished work. I want to stop here. We're going to have more videos on this topic, and something new that I'm going to start doing with these is I'm going to give you an assignment for each video, okay? So right now, your assignment is simply to stop and take a look at your website. Let's identify what you're going to call it, how you're going to structure it, just some rough ideas based on what purpose this area is going to serve for you. And then the other part of the assignment is, if you already have this on your website, I would really like for you to make sure, go back and look at it in the eyes of someone new coming to your site. Is it easy to find? Okay, so that's a really simple assignment, but let's start on that with this area. And then if you don't have a website and you're looking to get started quickly so that you can start sharing your work online, I am a real fan of Artwork Archive. I use it for some of the artists that I work with, and so I highly recommend it. So I'm going to put a link below, like I do with all the resources that I mentioned, and you can check that out. You can try Artwork Archive free to get started, but if we need to get you up and running quickly, let's start here. So next week, we're going to get more into the actual details of how you would organize these portfolios and galleries and things to take into consideration. So thanks for listening today. And again, resources in the notes. Always feel free to leave a comment or send me a message about how things are going for you. If you have questions on these videos, I'd love to hear from you. So that's it for today. I will see you next week.